Hey folks, this goes out to you entrepreneurs out there and you aspiring entrepreneurs out there that are trying to carve a way in life and provide for yourselves, your families, and your futures. And maybe some of you are just aspiring to become an entrepreneur and start business and things of that nature. Contact me. You can definitely hit me up on the number below and get started, and we can do some coaching sessions and things of that nature. But today just want to actually ask you guys out there give me three questions that you may think about the most in relation to getting your business started, in relation to how to start a business, when, where, just the beginning stages even. Just think of three things that you would like to discuss and that you may want to maybe hear me make a video about and teach on, address, or whatever, and just point out, because I think there are some things that a lot of us are thinking about in our heads, because I've noticed through constant interaction, through constant talking with people and clients and future prospects or whatever, or just people in general. They might not be my clients, but it might just be, people that I have conversation with about business and life and things of that nature. But I'm starting to notice it's like a reoccurring question or a reoccurring issue that a lot of people are dealing with. A lot of times it has to do with money, of course, like startup money, feeling like you don't have enough money to get started because bills are always coming in, or maybe you and your spouse may not be on the same page yet, or if you're single, maybe you just haven't been able to save up anything to get started. So I'm thinking, I'm noticing maybe sometimes there's just a misconception of knowing what and how much you may actually need. For example, you may be thinking of a particular storefront business or internet business, and in your mind, just because of the stuff that you've taken in, the stories you've heard, the other successful people out there in life doing things, and the latest success story you've heard, you may be thinking it takes $10, $15, $20,000 or $100,000 to actually get started, and sometimes that in itself can feel overwhelming, especially if you're just, a regular working person, making it day to day, check to check, and just making it in life. Or you might be kind of doing okay in life, but, 10, 20,000 laying around sometimes is not as feasible to many of us as we may think it is or whatever. So sometimes just thinking that one thing can sometimes overwhelm a person so much that it causes them to actually just not even take any type of action. It causes them to pretty much put everything on the back burner, because you're just so overwhelmed with that amount and thinking to yourself, it's unachievable and it's so far out there that you just kind of just give up on it for a while. And the sad thing is, you're still going to be thinking about that business. You're still going to be thinking about those dreams. You're still going to be thinking about what you could be doing if you actually started the business, took off, and created the dream life that you really have been thinking about for years. So I say all of that to come back to the realization that sometimes it's just a misconception. Actually, sometimes it's misinformation to a degree, or maybe it's just a matter of perception and a matter of the angle in which you've looked at the information that you have, because you would be amazed that in actuality some people just started out with $5,000 or $1,000 or $500. Some people have actually even started online businesses with $100, man. Like, okay, $100. Now, I don't want to belittle people that are, that in itself seems to be a certain amount, and it can be kind of stressful thinking about how to save up an extra $100 if you're barely making it. Believe me, I understand that. I'm saying, put this in context though. If your dream is attached to you coming up with $100, and that puts you on a path of a business that changes your entire life, and then create something that you can pass down generationally, I think you're going to find a way to come up with $100. And even if it takes a while, I mean, you can put away $10 a week, $10 a month, $10 a week, 10 weeks, or $10 a month, 10 months, or whatever. Even if it takes you a year to come up with $100, this is not about being embarrassed about not having $100 and you should be better off in life and all that. Don't listen to all of that stuff. People are people where they at in life, regardless, in different places and all that stuff. Yeah, but however long it takes to come up with that $100, that in itself can be invested into your business, into yourself, to start your business and put you on the path of entrepreneurship, and put you on the path of positioning yourself and your family and your future for a better life financially. Now, this is just the financial part. I'm not talking about all of the other things as far as character and things of that nature yet. We'll get to that too later, because we do emphasize entrepreneurship in a holistic way that has integrity and character and family, putting God first, and your purpose first, and your passions in life. It's not just about the money per se. So I have to keep all of this, in a certain context. But just understanding the straight financially, a lot of these people that you guys are hearing and seeing and hearing their stories and things of that nature you may see online, and they're doing pretty well now. But you're looking at 5 and 10 years down the road. They may not say that, and I'm not saying they have to say that, but I'm just saying you may not have seen the beginning stages and the struggle part. And not seeing that or not being aware of that makes you look at the whole entire introduction into entrepreneurship and business from an incomplete angle, an incomplete perspective. Because what happened is you will never see that really it only took a couple $100 to get started. So, for example, just to use a quick example or analogy, a specific example. Let's just say you took the next year to come up with the $100. And you finally reach your goal. You got an extra $100 to just invest in a business, invest in yourself or whatever. Now, you could get a mentor, because we talk a lot about that, and a coach, and you could get some of our services as well. I'm definitely always willing to help those out that, are really interested in getting coaching services and entrepreneurship and things of that nature. Also, because this is really not about just us per se, it's really about you and helping you, giving you some information and some insight and just some encouragement, man, some perspective on getting you started, regardless of if it's with us or not. It's really about helping others, as in the context of giving you or teaching you how to fish instead of just giving you fish. I mean, we hear that all the time, but that really does actually make sense, man. I used to hear that a lot, but I really get it now. But just think of this example. Maybe this will touch somebody. Maybe this will encourage somebody or something. That exact $100. Imagine if you searched online, found a product that you could buy and resell. You searched online and found a pair of shoes wholesale $50, retail $100 or $150. So if they retail for $150, that means, of course, they sell in the store for $150, but you're getting them at a wholesale price of $50. Okay, of course, you buy 2 pair. Then you go to an online auction account or site, set up an account, be eBay or whatever. You set up an account, and then, of course, you list them. It's really that simple. Then you have to be patient, have to wait, and you don't know when they're going to get sold, but you're talking about millions of people, a bunch of traffic coming to these sites. So the likelihood of you getting them sold is pretty high. But the thing is, what you've experienced is business. You've experienced your first interaction with the business. You've experienced the experience of business. And then in itself starts building up your confidence. And you actually start seeing a profit. And you took your first steps, because now you have literally turned that $100. If you sold those shoes for let's just say $100 a piece instead of the retail $150, that's just so that way you can make your prices pretty competitive to the others. You sold them at $100 a piece, well, you at least have doubled your money. So now you've turned $100 into $200. Now some of these sites will require some type of fee. Okay, so you pay your little 10% fee, but you've still made a profit. Even at 10% of 200, well, you still have a profit of $80. So now you turn $100 into $180 that goes into your pocket. Now these type of numbers are not big, of course, but it's just to make the point and show an example of how attainable this is. Because guess what happens from this point on? This is what we call in business about, and you hear this a lot, as you read about business stuff, you get deeper into it, about scaling. So what you do is you just scale that up. Basically meaning you just buy, sell, repeat, and scale it up. You scale that business up, you blow it up, you make it bigger, you keep doing it. You do it over and over again, then you grow it. So in essence, the original $100, you keep reinvesting it, keep doubling it. Eventually, you expand. Let's just say you get up to $400. So you're up to $400, and you might want to go ahead and expand. But what you do is you actually go and buy 8 pair. So you get 8 pair at $50 a piece for $400. Now you want to sell them at $100 a piece, or maybe you want to make up for your fee that you're charged on the sites that you're choosing to sell them on or whatever. So that way you can make a straight profit of $50 a piece. So that way you double your money. So now you've literally turned your $400 into $800. Then that starts putting you on a different path in itself, because now you're really starting to see the fruits of your labor. You're starting to see the results of the simple steps that you're taking in business. And then you find yourself, like, your confidence is building, and now you don't want to start comparing yourself to the millionaires and billionaires and things of that nature, because now you start being too hard on yourself. But you're still doing the same thing that they are doing. They're just doing it with different numbers, of course. But still, your confidence is building because you find yourself, you're still doing the same thing. You're just having to take the time to build it up more to eventually hopefully reach millions later. But you're still doing the same basic steps. And now this stuff is no longer as overwhelming as it used to be. It's no longer feeling like it's just unattainable or out of your hands. You're starting to really see how close it is, how attainable it is, how easy some of this really is. And it was right in front of your eyes the entire time, right in front of you the entire time. And it was just a matter of you putting forth the effort, being patient, taking the steps to actually really implement these things to get you started on that path. And you start really getting your confidence level to a level where you start seeing you're really no different than the CEO or the entrepreneur that you heard about, the latest business story. You start seeing the similarities in what you're doing versus what they've done. They just kept doing it for years. You just started. Okay, so what? You can create that same story, and you start actually feeling it. You start experiencing it. You start really having an interactive experience with the things that you've dreamed about, the business that you've thought about for so many years. And you start really accomplishing some of those dreams and goals. And then once again, you just scale it up, grow it, and stick with it over time. Even during the slow times, you're going to have some slow times. That's just part of business. You might go a few months where nobody buys nothing from you. But that's just part of it. But once again, as you're going through that, you're getting more savvy in your business mindset. And you're starting to really grasp the concept of what it means to be an entrepreneur. You're really grasping the whole entire concept of entrepreneurship. Really start seeing, the biggest thing, man, you really start seeing this stuff is not as deep as you thought it was all these years. You start really seeing it's really not that deep. A lot of this stuff is more simple than you think. It's right in your hands, right in your grasp. Just go for it. So I'm going back to beginning statements of this. As I was saying a minute ago, contact me. Leave it in the comments. Shoot me an email. Call and leave me a message. Let me know 3 things that you've been dealing with. 3 things that you need some help on. 3 things that you would like, or questions you would like answered. 3 things that you would like to know about in order to get you started in the business that you want to do. Because the example I use, that's not for everybody. Like, everybody's not going to do an online store or whatever. There's tons, like, entrepreneurship is so broad, so you really can pretty much create any type of business you want to. But I want to know, what are the 3 things, the basic things though, that would help you out, the foundational things that would help you out in starting the one business that you want to start. The business that match you and your goals and your passions and your purpose and your interests. Let me know those 3 things, and I would love to actually make some more material regarding those 3 things and help you guys out there, and just share some of the insight that I've been given. And some of this stuff helps me too. That's why I need to know too, from your perspective, what are your 3 things, because those are the type of things, maybe some of them I might not have even thought about, and I can actually research and share back with you guys. So let me know. I'll be on the looking out for what you have on your minds, and we can get this thing going and start creating these lives that we've been thinking about and dreaming about, and no more procrastinating on it. Maybe just needed some extra insight on some of this stuff, an extra point of perspective, and help each other out along the way. So take care, God bless. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you also share this with somebody. And make sure you also get a copy of our Entrepreneur training course, which really will help you out along the way, I think, in some of this stuff. We have a discount offer, actually, it's 70% off, so you can get that now at entrepreneurtrainingcourse.com and get you a copy of that now. I don't know how long it will be 70% off, actually, so you might want to hurry up and get there. But also contact us about personalized entrepreneur coaching. And if you've liked some of this insight, if you've enjoyed some of this insight shared with you today, contact me personally at the number below, and we can go from there. Set up a free consultation and maybe schedule some coaching sessions and help you out one-on-one, step by step, through some of these processes. Help you set up a website, help you set up an account, an online store, and things of that nature, and just get you started. And this stuff does not take a ton of money, man. Like, seriously, it really does not take. Now, it does take a lot of patience, I will say that, and perseverance and things of that nature. But you have that more than you know. So, and what else you got to do? Like, you're talking about your life is at stake here, your dreams, your goals. True enough, you might be doing okay now. Yeah, that's fine. But for those of you that want more, and you want to do more, you want to create more, you want to have more freedom, you want to be your own boss, as they say, you're still going to have to deal with people now. This don't mean you're just going to start a business and not have to deal with anybody and don't have to take nothing from nobody. No, you're still going to have to know how to manage customers, how to deal with people. You're dealing with your clients and things of that nature. So, even if you can build something also that's straight automated, and that's true too, and then it just makes money itself, just being online and stuff like that, and that's just an automated system. Yes, that stuff does exist, but you still have to go through the process of building it, and this stuff does not happen just overnight, like tomorrow. Now, it might happen overnight in the context of a bunch of nights, a couple of hundred nights to get to that night, but you still have to build it. So I don't want to be selling you some false dream or expectation of the things I'm going to tell you through the coaching session. You can go and apply it tomorrow and be a millionaire the next day. No, I'm not going to tell you that. First of all, that's a lie, and then secondly, it's just not. There's no integrity in that, or character in that. So want you to really build the life that you've been dreaming about, but also have some understandable expectations as far as time and process that you have to go through too as well. And not thinking that all of the stuff that you've ran across online and all of these pitches and everything and these get rich quick stuff and all of that, understanding that that's not really how business works. It just feels that way because of the material you may have ran across or the person you may have ran across. They're probably at that stage now. Yeah, they're probably making $14,000 a day or something, or $1 million lunch in a product in 2 days. Yeah, they probably, I mean, for real, there are people that are doing that. But understand there's a process that they put in place for years before that happened. So, but you can do that too, though, actually. And some of this stuff is easier than you know, too, though. I want you to know that. A lot of this is easy, but a lot of it takes time, too. That's just honestly really it. And a lot of it is not as expensive as you think. So, just something to think about. Like I said, shoot me 3 things that you're dealing with, that you're thinking about, that questions you may want answered, or just some things you want to discuss. Let me know. Leave me a message. I'll contact you. Leave me a message at the number below. You can shoot me an email as well. And also get you a copy of the Entrepreneur Training course, because honestly, that actually might help answer some of those questions. So if you want to get a copy of that now, entrepreneurtrainingcourse.com. Get you a copy of that, 70% off. What else? And then just contact me about personalized entrepreneur coaching too. Like I said, that's what we offer here, is personalized coaching that helps walk you through some of these things one-on-one, step by step. And we can schedule some sessions and what times that are best for you and things of that nature. So take care. God bless. Make sure you enjoy the rest of your day. I've enjoyed this time with you all out there. I've enjoyed sharing this with you. I love sharing this type of information with you all. It helps me out too along the way, because as I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to me too. And it really helps me remember some of the stuff that I may have known for years, but maybe have forgotten or put to the back burner. And helps really encourage me again to reapply some of the stuff that I talk about and that people have taught me. Because all of this stuff, believe me, I am not an expert or some huge guru that's been doing this for 80 years and sitting on $1 billion or whatever. No, let me say not yet. But honestly, for real, the thing is, people have poured so much into me, and I just feel it would be a selfish thing to keep it to myself. I think it's my duty to share it with others too as well. And I do enjoy getting compensated for time too as well. I mean, we all, time is the most valuable thing on earth. So of course you love being compensated at work for the time that you put in at work. So that's just part of it, yes. But I do have a real passion and joy for doing this and sharing it with you guys. So enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. God bless. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share this with someone. Go out there. Make today count, and you know that it matters. You matter. And go out there and do something. Like, go out there and take a chance. Take a leap. Scroll through some of those other videos on this channel. Maybe check out some of the links below. If you want to get started on some other things, maybe there's some other resources below, some other valuable online resources that you may need to help you out in the current business you're in. So don't hesitate to check some of those out as well. Follow me on Instagram too as well. And get started doing something. Take a leap. Do something. Take small steps. Start a business. Take care of your family. Keep your family second behind God, of course. And then business. Your business takes care of funds to other stuff. And keep things prioritized. And enjoy your life. We look forward to hearing from you. Remember those 3 things. I'll be on the lookout. I'll be expecting your call or your text or your message or your email or whatever. And definitely will enjoy talking to you soon. Take care and God bless.